Cold email is not just effective, it's my favorite way to connect with high paying clients. You can see from your screen, this is an instantly campaign we started 10 days ago. You can already see we've got the results that we wanted. 3 opportunities, and I've actually gotten on call with all these 3 people, and one of them has already converted into a paying client. B2B companies need you, and cold email is the best way to reach them. But why don't they respond to you? That's exactly what we'll be discussing in this video. What you will learn is how to write high quality, high conversion, high reply follow-up sequences for your cold email campaigns that actually get results. And how did I get this idea to make this YouTube video? I got it because if I go down and see my results, all my replies have been on step 1 and not on step 2. That got me thinking. At least not in our agency, but most people don't focus on step 2, step 3 and step 4 of their campaign, just the copy of step 1. So today let's talk about the follow-up sequences. Wait till the end to get all the follow-up sequences I talk about in this for free in a Google Doc. Also, comment your favorite follow-up message that you send to your clients at your agency or at your company, and we will create a video going through everyone's comments and seeing what you guys are sending out. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it. Now, assuming that your campaigns are hyper-personalized using automations like this, which we use internally to personalize the first line of each and every campaign, assuming that is true, still, from what we've noticed, high-value people wait for the second or third email to respond back. Why? Usually because their mental space is taken up by all the things that are happening in their day. So the question here arises, how long should we wait between each and every sequence we send? Internally, the thumb rule we use is the more important the person is, the more spaced out the messages should be. What we recommend in general is for you guys to reach out to companies with a $5 million to $100 million revenue per year. This is what we call the Goldilocks companies. These are companies that have the money to spend on agencies like you, who are doing AI automation, who are doing web design, who are doing SEO, who are doing any marketing agencies, and are willing to pay you a good amount of money for your services, but their founders are still boots on ground. That means they will reply to these kind of messages, and if they see value, they will come and book a meeting with you. So for these kind of people, $5 to $100 million companies, I suggest between the first and second email, there should be a 2-day delay. Between the second and third email, there should be a 3-day delay. But if you're reaching out to CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, give it a week. Send your first email, give it a week and send your second one. And if they don't reply, give it 10 more days to send your third reply, right? So we've created a doc with a few examples of what has worked for us in the past and what you guys should be doing. Before I start talking about what's on screen, we should map out what are the 4 emails that you should be sending post your first email. So what we usually recommend is after your value email, which is your email number 1, go for your first follow-up in 2 days with a quick nudge, something small, something like, hey, did you get a chance to see my message? Your follow-up after that, which is your second follow-up and technically your third email, should be a 2 ideas email. What that means is present the client with 2 more ideas of what you can do for them, which are different from email number 1, which was your main idea, right? Make this sound super personalized to give the impression to your lead that you are still invested in this email thread. Especially this email is where we've seen most of our replies come in. A third follow-up can be something along the lines of a recent success story you had. And the fourth follow-up is what we call the breakup email, because after this, there's no point contacting this email. So a breakup email basically talks about the regret that you guys will not be working together, yet leaves the door open for future opportunities. So let's get into what we have on screen here. Example number 1. Hi, first name, just checking in again. Would there be any interest in this? TLDR. No, this is a long shot, but I work specifically with SEO agencies. I think that I can add a fair amount of value. Please see my previous email. And if this isn't the right fit, no hard feelings. Just wanted to put it out there. Let me know. Thanks. Whatever your name is. So this is a simple, clean email you can send, probably as a second email. Just checking in if you guys saw my previous email. That's all this email is saying. And by the way, I stole this email completely from Nick Sarev, and I know it works because I've used it. Another email that you can send, another example that we have, is first name. Over the weekend, another client ran the same system and got 2 booked appointments. You can say something like got 2 booked appointments in 1 day, right? So you're putting a timeline on it. Don't know if you got my previous messages, but I'll try my luck one last time. Worth a chat. So this is something like a breakup email with a case study email. So we spoke about step 3 and step 4. This is an email which combines step 3 and step 4, right? Another example. Hi, I wanted to follow up to see if you had an opportunity to check out my previous message. I'd love to discuss. This is real and it works. One of my recent clients closed 6 leads through us this month. I'd even guarantee you 20 appointments in your first 60 days. Could I show you over 10-minute call? So this is an email which has worked well for us because it involves the principles of the first value email, but it brings it into the follow-up emails, which is it has risk reversal. As you can see, it shows a case study and it's asking a very simple one yes or no question, which is, can I show you over a 10-minute call this week? It's a yes or no question. Exact. And so this is another breakup email that we have. Hey, throwing my last Hail Mary. If this is something you're explicitly not interested in, just let me know and I'll quit emailing you. Right? And again, another breakup email for you whenever you want to end your campaign. Hi, I thought I'd hit you one last time. Still think that I can send some leads your way, but I assume the timing isn't right. I hope that there are no hard feelings. If you think that there's room to grow, just shout and I can jump on a call to break it down. Just a funny, good email. Now, I know you guys maybe want to click off because I've given you all the example emails, but just hold on a second. The main thing I wanted to discuss in this video is that when is it right to send in the second and third and fourth step in an email campaign? So internally, how we do it at least is every campaign we start to test is a 2-step campaign. What that means is a value email plus a small follow-up email. And in this, what we test is, are we getting a 2+% response rate? We usually look for a 2+% opportunity rate. What that means is if we get a 3% reply rate, 2% of them should be opportunities. They want to get on a call, they want to know more, they want to see a Loom video, etc. If that is the case, we validate that campaign as being something to explore, and then we add a third and a fourth step in that. What that means is you've validated the fact that this offer works, this lead list is correct, and the email we're sending out first, because that's obviously the most important, is working. And then what we're doing is we're just juicing that lead list by sending them multiple follow-ups to make sure that no one was left behind in that campaign. We also recommend, as we're on the topic of follow-up sequences, you can also do this at a multi-channel approach. So when you send an email to someone, you can also send a LinkedIn connection request to someone, start following up on email and start following up on LinkedIn as well. This is just for maximum visibility. If you think your lead list is excellent, your offer is excellent, take that route, because I have seen people get 8+% opportunity rates, not reply rates, opportunity rates with those kind of campaigns. My final takeaway would be authentic. Be the person you are. Don't reply like a robot to people. Send emails with some errors. Aim for clear yes or no answers, and always provide value. Thank you for watching this video. You will get this document in the description below under the free resources section. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.